Hello my schoolers, this is the sixth of a series of clips to tackle the 2019 JAMB question for mathematics. So in this clip, I'll be solving questions 51 to 60. In the description below, I've provided links to other videos that solve the questions for this year. So let's move right on to question 51. A bricklayer charges 1,500 naira per day for himself and 500 naira per day for his assistant. If a two-bedroom flat was built for 95,000 naira and the bricklayer worked 10 days more than his assistant, how much did the assistant receive? So this is a very easy question to tackle. So at first, we have the number of days, the assistant worked, to be represented by D. So we are told from the question that the bricklayer worked 10 days more than his assistant. So that would be 10 plus D. So we see from the question that a two-bedroom flat was built with the amount 95,000 naira. So that implies $95,000. And we are told that the bricklayer charges 1,500 naira per day for himself. So the equation will be 1,500. Recollect that he works 10 days more than his assistant. 10 plus D plus the assistant charges 500 naira per day, that is 500, multiplies the number of days, which is D, equals total amount they received, that's 95,000. So we can expand the brackets. So we have 1,500 times 10. That makes 15,000. 1,500 times D. Plus 500D equals 95,000. So at this point, we can collect like terms. So we'd have 1,500D plus 500D equals 95,000. When this goes outside, it becomes negative, that is minus 15,000. So we'd have 1,500 plus 500, that makes 2,000D equals 95,000 minus 15,000, we have 80,000. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of D, which is 2,000. This is 40. So D equals 40. So we see that they worked for 40 days, but we see from the question we are required to provide how much the assistant received. So we know that the assistant also worked for 40 days, so that will be 500 naira that he charges per day times 40, and that equals 20,000 naira. So let's go through our options. Option A. Now to question 52. Find the equation of the locus of a point A, X, Y, which is equidistant from point B, 0, 2, and point C, 2, 1. So the first thing we have to do is to make a diagram for the values we are given. So we have point B and point C. And we are told that point A is of equal distance from B and C. So this is point A. And point B has the values 0, 2. Point C has the values 2, 1. Point A has the value x, y. So we can say point A, x, y, that will be A1, A2. Then for point B, 0, 2, that is x1, y1. Point C, which has the values 2, 1, that is x2, y2. So let's produce the equation. So we'd have A1 minus x1 raised to power 2 plus A2 minus y1 raised to power 2 equals A1 minus x2 raised to power 2 plus A2 minus y2 raised to power 2. So let's slot in the values. A1 is x minus x1, which is 0, raised to power 2, plus A2, which is y, minus y1 with the value 2, raised to power 2, equals A1, which is x, minus x2, that's 2, raised to power 2, plus A2, which is y, minus y2, which is 1, raised to power 2. So x minus 0, that is x, raised to power 2, that gives us x squared, plus, if we expand these brackets, so that means y minus 2 multiplies y minus 2, and that will give us y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals, once we expand this bracket, that is x minus 2 times x minus 2. So we'd have x squared minus 4x plus 4. Then we have plus, when we expand this bracket, we would have y squared minus 2y plus 1. So now let's open up the brackets. So we would have x squared plus y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 2y plus 1. So let's collect like terms. So we have x squared, when it crosses over becomes minus. We have plus y squared. We have plus y squared, crossing over it becomes minus. We have minus 4y. We have minus 2y, crossing over it becomes plus. We have minus 4x, crossing over it becomes plus, equals, we have plus 4, we have plus 1, we have plus 4, crossing over it becomes minus. So x squared minus x squared, that gives you 0, plus y squared minus y squared, that's 0, minus 4y plus 2y, that is minus 2y, plus 4x equals 4 plus 1, that is 5, minus 4, that's 1. So we can rearrange the equation. We have 4x minus 2y equals 1. So let's see our options. 4x minus 2y equals 1. Option C. Question 53. A factory worker earns 50,000 naira per month, out of which he spends 15% on his children's education, 13,600 on food, 3% on electricity, and uses the rest for his personal purpose. How much does he have left? So dear my scholars, I will recommend that you test yourself by using the Myschool JAMB CBT practice tools that we have provided on the myschool.ng website. We have made it easier for you by, at first, we have the Myschool JAMB CBT practice mobile app that you can install on your smartphones and practice anywhere at any time. We also have the software, which is for your laptops, your desktops, and what have you. So this will make you more prepared and confident towards your exams. So let's go back to the solution for question 53. So the man earns 50,000 naira and he spends 15% of his income on the children's education. So that will be 15 over 100 times 50,000, 0. So 15 times 5, so that will give 7,500. So on his children's education, he spends 7,500 naira monthly. So we see for food, he spends 13,600. So on electricity, he spends 3%. So that will be 3 over 100 times his income, which is 50,000. Which is 50,000. So we have 3 times 500, and that gives us 500. That is 1,500 naira. So we see on education, he spends 7,500, on food, 13,600, then on electricity, he spends 1,500. So let's sum up his expenditure. So this is 0, 0, this is plus sign, 5 plus 6, that is 11 plus 5, that's 16. So we have 1 that we carried over, 5 plus 11, 5 plus 6, that is 11, plus 5, that is 16. So this is the one we're lifting here. So 1 plus 7, that is 8, plus 13, that is 21, plus 1, that is 22. So he spends 22,600, and the rest for his personal purpose. So that will be 50,000 minus 22,600. So this is 0, 0. We lift 1 here, making 10, which is 4. This becomes 9. 9 minus 2, that is 7. This becomes 4. 4 minus 2, that is 2. So for his personal purpose, he has 27,400. So let's go through our options. Option C. Question number 54. A binary operation delta is defined by A delta B equals A plus 3B plus 2. Find 3 delta 2, close parenthesis, delta 5. Okay, so at first, the operation is defined A delta B equals A plus 3B plus 2. So we're required to find 3 delta 2 delta 5. So at first, we have to solve for what we have in the bracket here. So this will be labeled A, then this B. So 3 delta 2 will be, where 3 is A, so we would have 3 plus 3 into brackets. Our B is 2 plus 2. So we have 3 plus 3 times 2, that is 6, plus 2. So that implies 3 delta 2 equals 3 plus 6, that is 9, plus 2, 11. So we know that 3 delta 2 is 11. So on opening the bracket, we would have 11 delta 5. So where this is A and this is B, so we would have, from this equation, we would have 11 plus 3 into bracket 5 plus 2 equals 11. 3 times 5, that is 15, plus 15 plus 2. 11 plus 15, that is 26, plus 2, 28. So we can say the operation 3 delta 2 delta 5 equals 28. So our option C. Now to question 55. If m varies directly as n and inversely as the root of p, given that m equals 3, n equals 5, and p equals 25, find the value of p when m equals 2 and n equals 6. So this is definitely a topic in variation, and this is a type of variation referred to as combined variation. So let's pick out the equation and represent it mathematically. So we have m varies directly as n and inversely as the root of p. So that implies m equals kn over root p. So at first we have to look for the constant k. So given that m is 3, m equals 3, n equals 5, and p equals 25. So we would have root p m equals, or you can have m root p kn, divide both sides by n. So to find constant k, given that m is 3, so that will be k equals 3 times root p, that is root 25, over n, which is 5. So k equals 3 times root 25 is 5 over 5. So 5 strikes out 5. 3 times 1, that is 3 over 1, still gives us 3. So constant k is 3. So further, we are asked to find the value of p when m equals 2 and n equals 6. So to find the value of p, given this mathematical equation from here, so we can recall the mathematical equation. So p would be root p times m equals kn. So that will be divide both sides by m. So root p equals kn over m. To remove, we are asked to find p and not root p. So what we do is we square both sides rather. So that implies p equals kn over m raised to power 2, and constant k has a value of 3 times constant n has a value of 6 over m has a value of 2, all raised to power 2. So we can transfer it here. So we have P equals 3 times 6 all raised to power over 2 raised to the power of 2. So 3 times 6, that is 18, divided by 2 raised to power 2. 18 divided by 2, that is 9. So 9 raised to power 2 equals 81. So let's go through our options. Option D. Question 56. This table below gives the scores of a group of students in a further mathematics test. This is a table. Find the mode of the distribution. In case you need explanation or clarity on any of the solutions we have provided so far, there are several solution providers on the Myschool website where you can ask your math question right now, and within minutes, solutions and explanations will be given to you. I have provided the link in the description below where you can ask your question. So let's go back to question 56. Remember, the mode identifies value with the highest occurrence or appearance. So when we look through our table, the frequency row, realize that the score of 5 has the highest distribution. So that's the mode. So option C confirms our answer. Probably you have better ways or steps that we can use in solving any of the questions so far. Please let me know in the comment section below by indicating the question number and the steps that you would recommend. So let's go to question number 57. So right here we have question 57. This table below gives the score of a group of students in a further mathematics test. And this is the table, the score against frequency. We have to calculate the mean deviation for the distribution. So the first thing we are required to do is to draw out a table for the distribution. So remember that mean deviation equals mean deviation equals summation of this column, which is summation of frequency multiplies your score minus mean over summation of frequency. So for us to be able to pull out these values, we have to draw a table to source out this, then the summation of frequency. So that's why we have a table here already prepared. It's very simple to prepare. So we have the score column, we have the frequency column, and this is the column for frequency times the score. So that is 1 times 4 gives us 4, 2 times 6 gives us 12, just like that. Then we have the column for the score minus the mean. So how do we get mean for a group data? The formula for mean for a group data is equals summation fx, that is summation of frequency times score over summation of frequency. So which is, when we sum up frequency times score, we have 156. Then when you sum up the total of frequency, you have 40. You can solve this yourself. Like I said, they are very easy to do. So when we divide this through, we would have 3.9. So our mean is 3.9. So to get this column, you will subtract your score minus your frequency. So the score here now is 1 minus our mean, which is 3.9. So 1 minus 3.9 gives us minus 2.9. 2 minus 3.9 gives us minus 1.9. Then again, 3 minus 3.9 gives us minus 0.9. 4 minus 3.9 gives us 0.1, down to the last row. So here, to get our mean deviation, this has to maintain a positive value. That is why I switched all of these negative signs to positive. So there's no need for us indicating it there. So this is what we have. So then we multiply frequency to give us this column. So that is 4, which is for frequency, times 2.9. It gives us 11.6. 6 times 1.9 gives us 11.4. 8 times 0.9 gives us 7.2. Down to the last column. then we find the sum total. So now let's plot in the values for mean deviation, which is the total sum of this column, which is 60.4, divided by the sum total of frequency, which is 40. So we would have 1.51. So let's go through our options. Option C. Question 58. Integrate 4x raised to the power minus 3 minus 7x raised to the power 2 plus 5x minus 6. Alright, so join me as we provide the solution to this question. So we have 4x raised to the power minus 3. We have minus 7x squared plus 5x minus 6. So we are required to do integration. So integration, if I have x raised to the power n in integration, when you integrate, this is what you will have: x raised to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. So that is integration for us. So if you observe this properly, you realize that the n for x here is minus 3. So what we would have is 4x minus 3 plus 1 over minus 3 plus 1, okay, minus 7x 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1. I believe you are following through step by step, plus 5x 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Then we have minus 6. So recall that anything raised to power 0 is 1. So that implies that there was an x here that's raised to power 0, which is 1. So we'd have x for this side, so which is x raised to power 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. If this makes it more relatable for you. All right, so minus 3 plus 1, that is minus 2. So I would have 4x raised to power minus 2 over minus 3 plus 1, that is minus 2. Then I have here 2 plus 1, that is 3. That is minus 7x raised to power 3 over 2 plus 1, that is 3. Plus 1 plus 1, that is 2. That is 5x raised to power 2 over 1 plus 1, that's 2. Then I have minus 0 plus 1, that is 1. That is x, that is 6 raised to power x over 0 plus 1, that is 1. So if I try to break it down further, I will have 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So I would have minus 2 raised to power x minus 2 minus 7 over 3 x raised to power 3 plus 5 over 2 x raised to power 2 minus 6x. So join me as we look through our options, and we see that option A is the correct answer. Question 59. Find the probability that a number selected at random from 21 to 34 is a multiple of 3. So the numbers we are looking at, 21 to 34. So we're asked to find the probability that a number we'll be selecting will be a multiple of 3 between 21 to 34 rather. So multiples of 3 from 21 will be 21, 24, 27, 30, and 33. So that is the probability that we are picking or selecting a number that is a multiple of 3 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over total outcomes, which is 21 to 34. We'll have 14 numbers. How do I know? You can join me as we count. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So we have 14. So that is 5 over 14. So the probability of selecting a number that is a multiple of 3 between 21 to 34 is 5 over 14. So let's go through our options. Option C. Question 60. If the third and seventh terms of a GP are 9 and 1 over 9 respectively, find the common ratio. So here, this is geometric progression, and the formula for the nth term is A, which stands for the first term, times R, which is the common ratio, raised to power the nth term, minus 1. So, we are required to find the third term. We are given the third term and the seventh term of the AP. So the third term of the AP will be the third term, which is T3 equals A raised to power n. That is 3 minus 1, because that is the third term. And we are given the third term with the value 9. So that is 9 equals A raised to power 3 minus 1, that is 2. A raised to power 2. We are given the seventh term, so that is T7 equals A raised to power 7 minus 1. That is, T7 is given the value 1 over 9 equals A raised to power 6. 7 minus 1 gives us 6. So we are required to find the common ratio. What do we have to do? Just have to carry out simple division. So that will be the seventh term divides the third term. So we have, this is the seventh term, 1 over 9 equals AR raised to power 6 over 9 equals AR raised to power 2. This is very easy. So we have 1 over 9 divides 9, that is 1 over 9 divided by 9 over 1, which is 1 over 9 times 1 over 9, which is 1 times 1, that is 1 over 81. So this is for the left hand side. So we have 1 over 81. Then for the right hand side, we have AR raised to power 6 over AR raised to power 2. So this means A strikes out A. R raised to power 6 divides R raised to power 2. That is R raised to power 6 minus 2. And that is R raised to power 4. So we would have, so from this equation, we would have 1 over 81 equals R raised to power 4. So this means we are looking for the common ratio, not the common ratio raised to power 4. So we have to square root both sides, the fourth root, both sides rather. Okay, so we would have the fourth root of 1 over the fourth root of 81, which is equals to, fourth root strikes out the power of 4, which is equals to R. So the fourth root of 1 still gives us 1 over fourth root of 81, that is 3. So our common ratio is 1 over 3, option A. So that is it for this segment, but there is more. If you would like me to bring you more of this content, please hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and tap on bell notification to get informed when we release the next video.